Top of it, top of it, top of it. It's your boy, Coach One Stack, man. We tapped in, y'all. Hey, man, thanks for supporting the channel. And you dig what I'm saying? And before I get into this video about how Craig Mack passed from HIV and then full-blown AIDS due to going to a Diddy party back in the day, hey, man, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Smash that notification bell so y'all know when I'm dropping hits all the time. And so, we're going to get into it. See, a lot of you young people, you might not know who Craig Mack is. And for those of y'all who are older, when Bad Boy first came out, you know who Craig Mack is. Flavor in your ear. He was the original artist on the Bad Boy roster. Matter of fact, to me, he was better than Biggie. See, Biggie didn't even really get his props in the industry until Flavor in Your Ear remix dropped and then Biggie hit. You dig what I'm saying? But see, here's something that happened, man. When Biggie started coming up, Craig Mack started going down. And if you notice with these Diddy artists, all of them either passed away or something drastic happened to make them find religion in a big way. And that's just how it is. Or they're suing him because they were victims. But even back then in those days, you got to remember, Diddy had the transgender people in the video. Biggie, now we find out from Biggie, was the most popular bisexual rapper in his time, because he was with that, and so is his son. But see, back in those days, man, Craig Mack was trying to put Craig Mack on the shelf, and Craig Mack was trying to get out of his contract with Bad Boy because Diddy wouldn't drop no more albums for him due to Biggie. And so what did they do? Man, it wasn't called a Diddy party back then. It was groupie parties. And see, Diddy set him up, guys, let's already face it, man. They don't use any prophylactics when they dealing with these groupies. So Diddy gave him a hot one, as they call him. He set him up with the groupie that gave him HIV that turned into full-blown AIDS. Now, guys, it gets a little deeper here because, see, I didn't know Craig Mack was as old as he was when he passed away. I mean, Craig Mack went to school with Eric Sermon and Biz Markie. He just blew up much later in life. But see, here's the thing. When Craig Mack discovered that he was HIV positive, what Craig Mack did, and I'll show you in the video, and you see it for yourself, what Craig Mack did was, Craig Mack moved his family, him and his entire family, to South Carolina, of all places. And you asking me, man, Coach One Stack, why they moved to South Carolina? Because they moved and they joined, this stuff hit him so bad that he joined a cult, y'all. He joined a cult led by this old white man. You could find a video for yourself online. He joined this cult down there. And in this cult, cults have rules. And one of the rules of that cult was you could not leave to get any health care from that location. If you left that location, you were kicked out of the cult. Craig Mack even had made videos, and if you look at him, you could tell that he's obviously sick. See, first they tried to lead everybody to believe that he died from congestive heart failure. But Rolling Stone, not Coach One Stack, Rolling Stone magazine, not Coach One Stack, was the one that put it out there, and they did violate some HIPAA laws when they did this, that Craig Mack not only passed away, but he passed away from full-blown AIDS. And that is not allegedly. Those are facts. You can see it for yourself. But it seems that everybody that's dealing with Diddy either catching some type of STD, cancer, or they just depleted. You guys tell me one Bad Boy artist or group that is currently thriving at, today. But I'm going to just show y'all a little video and show y'all what happened to Craig Mack and how he caught what he caught. Let's go.
Craig Mack was a name that echoed through the 90s hip-hop scene. Known for his gritty voice and unforgettable hit, Flavor in Your Ear, Mack was one of the original artists signed to Bad Boy Records, helping to define an era. But like many stories in the music industry, Mack's life took a turn that left his fans and family with more questions than answers. Mack's story is one of triumph, struggles, and a mysterious journey toward his final days. His first wife, Roxanne Alexis Hill Johnson, his daughter Amanda Mack, and his younger brother Andrew Mack have recently opened up about the Flavor in Your Ear rapper's life, sharing insights into what happened after the spotlight dimmed, the highs of fame and the lows of life. When Craig Mack hit the scene with his debut album Project, Funk the World, in 1994, it was clear he had something special. His single Flavor in Your Ear became an anthem, and the remix, featuring some of the biggest names in hip-hop like the Notorious B.I.G. and LL Cool J, solidified his place in rap history. But as Bad Boy Records grew, Mack's star faded. By the time the label was riding high with Biggie and others, Mack was struggling to keep his momentum. A new path, from rap to religion. Around 2007, Mack made a drastic move. He left New York, the place that birthed his career, and relocated to South Carolina. There, he joined a controversial religious group called the Overcomer Ministry. Led by Pastor Ralph Gordon Stair, the ministry had a reputation for its strict beliefs and isolated lifestyle. This move surprised many, as it seemed to contrast sharply with the life Mack had led in the music industry. Despite the concerns of his family and friends, Mack found solace in his new faith. But the cost was high. By 2014, it was clear that Mack's health was deteriorating. He lost a significant amount of weight, and those close to him noticed he was often sick. Mack confided in some that he had congestive heart failure and had been hospitalized, but he refused further medical treatment. The final days. By 2018, Craig Mack was a shadow of his former self. He needed a cane to walk, and eventually he couldn't walk at all. His family, worried and heartbroken, drove from Vermont to South Carolina to be by his side in his final hours. Andrew Mack, his younger brother, described seeing him in a state that was hard to comprehend. "I've truly, honestly never seen a human being in that condition before," Andrew said, recalling how Craig seemed almost catatonic. "I believe he was very much in denial, but that's him living his truth to the end." Mack's family is still grappling with the questions surrounding his life choices, especially his decision to avoid medical treatment. His widow, Roxanne, is now working on a documentary with Alvin Toney, who recorded Mack's last interview before his death. The aim is to shed light on the rapper's life, from his days at Bad Boy Records to his time with the Overcomer Ministry and the health struggles that led to his passing. A legacy remembered. Craig Mack's story is a reminder of how complex life can be, even for those who once seemed to have it all. He was a man who reached incredible heights in the music world, but later chose a path that few understood. As his family continues to search for answers, his fans remember the man who brought a unique flavor to the rap game, leaving behind a legacy that still resonates today.
Now you see, guys, when you do your history, man, as I said, the man passed away from full-blown AIDS. Go do your research. You know, Craig Mack was often telling people that he had congestive heart failure. And it's like, it just seemed like it's an epidemic with this rap world. And it ain't just started with Diddy. It seemed like this has been going on for quite some time. Even if you read LL Cool J's first book, which came out when I was a kid, he even hints at sometimes you get so much sex. You get so much of one thing that you want something different and freaky. And that was the case with Craig Mack. But, you know, that was Diddy's setup. You know, Diddy has been known for doing things to his artists when they're getting ready to get out of their contract so he can get their royalties, as you already know. Some of Diddy kids were getting some of his artists' royalties up until maybe a year or two before Diddy got caught for what he got caught for, and now he's in the federal penitentiary, y'all. But I just wanted to just show some love for Craig Mack and for lead this video for a lot of you youngsters who don't know who Craig Mack is and how a lot of this Diddy stuff got started. But you know, I don't like to keep y'all long, so make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, to smash that notification bell, man, and talk to me. I talk back. And leave in the comments, do you think Diddy is like a devil? Because everything he touches turns to dust and not the platinum that's around his neck. But you know the rest. Be blessed. Don't ever get stressed. Make sure you're getting plenty of rest and never get finessed. And make sure you stay out of trouble.